Oh, good afternoon and welcome to Racing Post HQ. We're here to look ahead to the Dundalk card tomorrow night and we'll also be touching on the Fillies Mile as well, because I'm joined this afternoon by Declan McDonough, who of course rides Murin in the Fillies Mile tomorrow, Newmarket, and of course Mark Boylan as well from the Racing Post. So well, let's crack on. First of all, tomorrow night at, we'll start tomorrow actually at Newmarket with the Fillies Mile. Murin, she finished fourth in the Moyd Lair, obviously up against the first three home. Top of the market again. Any word from her? How confident are you?
Look, Eddie's very happy with her, but obviously she's an outsider in a very warm race. But we were very happy at 7 furlongs at the Curragh that she finished very well, and going the extra furlong that she might run a good race tomorrow. So, you know, fingers crossed she'll be a nice stepping stone to next year and see where we are with her.
She ran on quite good ground as well the first day in the Curragh. So it's going to be quite decent ground tomorrow in Newmarket as well.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be good ground. I don't think that'll bother her. If anything, I thought that the heavy ground in the Moydler bogged her down a little bit. So I would be thinking that the ground conditions would help her, you know. But
and are the front two that finished ahead of her, are they the three that you'd be most worried about, or is there anything else in there that you're really thinking?
Without stating the obvious, that Aidan holds a real strong hand in the race. And we'd be hoping that she'd just run respectable race, and if she ran up behind them, it'd be great for next year for her, you know.
Mark, have you had a little look at the race?
Good race. Happily is obviously the one that'll jump off the page. She beat the boys last time. Now look, I think there'll be stronger Group 1s ran than the Group 1 she won at Chantee, but at the same time it's very hard to get away from him. I do like Declan's filly an awful lot going forward. He says next year I think she'll be absolutely gorgeous. But happily it's hard to get away from. Maybe if Carol Burke's horse that won at Nace, Althea Column going over to ride that with an E-Trade price 20s, but I find it hard to part with cash at 2-1 with Happily. Find it hard to back against her at the same time.
Yeah, similar line of form with Sizzling in your filly actually. Your filly, Murin beat Sizzling on debut, didn't she?
She did, and she beat her quite impressively on the day on similar ground. So, you know, hopefully she would show a little bit of form tomorrow, and we'd be delighted if she ran well.
Yeah, interesting. Dundalk O'Brien, of course, he's on board Magical as well. He's actually 2 out of 2 on her, so intriguing to see how he goes. Right, let's move on to Dundalk tomorrow night. You're actually missing. You're not able to get a flight back.
Heartbroken.
Heartbroken. Yeah. You're going to miss more of the season as well. But Carlingford Stakes tomorrow night. Mark, you've had a little look at this.
Yeah, look, Mary, again, listed contests. It's up there. You know, it'll be competitive, no doubt. There'll be stronger listed ones, but you have the progression there. The likes of Gold Rush coming through. There could be Anthony. And then you have the little bit more exposed ones, the handicappers, the Spruce Meadows of the world coming through as well. So it's an interesting race. I like De Coronado. I know he's a bit of an enigma to find on the right day. The big brother to Zenyatta. But he's a real dirt horse, and one thing that really stuck out with me was when Shamie Heffernan won him on the other night. He said that when he got him down the middle of the track, he nearly got him balanced. He has to keep him straight. He wants a dead level surface, and he's only just getting away with it. I think if he went to America, he'd be super. I know we're far from California here in Dundalk, but I do think that he's drawn in 7, drawn in the middle. There's plenty of room for manoeuvre there. He's a classy horse in his day now. If he got a little bit of looking around there and he got himself on an even keel, I think he'd keep galloping. I think he'd give him a good run. But he'd be an each way sort of price probably. But I like him of them.
Declan, you are going to miss out on a ride in this race.
Yeah, I'm actually sorry to be missing the race because I actually do give her a good chance. Santa Monica, she was fast finishing 4th a couple of weeks ago behind War Decree. Now take the winner and listen, he won easy, but I should have been second. I was drawn 11 of 11. They went very, very steady the whole way around. I couldn't go wide. I had to wait till we straightened up to come home, and she actually came home very well. She's drawn 2 tomorrow. And I think she'll take a bit of whacking tomorrow. She loves the surface.
And that draw in Dundalk, how difficult is it when you got a wide draw like that?
She's only 100 yards down to the first bend, so
yeah.
Bar you're on a sprinter out of gates, and you can get across without causing any damage. It's very difficult when you're drawn very wide there. Yeah.
Anything else in the rest of the cards stand out for you? Anything else you're disappointed to miss?
The first race was median auction. I've been riding a good bit of work on Gordon Elliott's 2-year-old called River Boyne. And listen, it's a warm enough race for a median auction. There's a couple of short price horses in it. And Manpower, Michael O'Callaghan's, but he'll run above his odds. He's a nice type of horse. So that's
Gordon Elliott's. What's the name of it?
River Boyne.
River Boyne. Anything else stand out in the card for you there, Mark?
I like Ger Lyons as well. I think it'll be a big night with the championship in mind. I think Colin Keane and Pat Smullen have got some really intriguing rides in the card, and I like Room to Roam in the handicap there. Ran well at Navan. Had a little bit of a break since drawn in the box seat tomorrow night. Colin and Ger really striking form at the moment. I think the horse will suited the trip. Plenty to like about his chances. Room to Roam probably my selection for the night.
And it's a busy night. Anything else to jump out at you over the course of the evening,
I thought the last race, Ben Rumson, is he going for a 3 or 2 in a row?
Yeah,
I think he looks still on a good mark, and Colin will probably finish the night on a high.
It's a big weekend in the championship as well. Obviously, we've got Dundalk and 2 more flat meetings. We're down to the last 12 of the year. How do you think, from a jockey's point of view, the 2 lads are enjoying it? Or you were champion jockey, but is it an endurance test?
Well, I won it easier. It wasn't an endurance test for me, but I suppose when you don't live with the guys, you don't know how it's affecting them really.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't show any signs of that in the weigh room. They're the ultimate professionals, and they go about their business as professionals should do, really. And either one will be a worthy winner at. It's going to be a nip and tuck,
From the pressman's point of view, it certainly makes for an interesting end to the season as well. You must be watching those totals every day.
It's just brilliant because you're at Dundalk of a normal Friday night for a January year. No disrespect, I actually really like Dundalk, but you have nights there where it's just lighting up the place. Last Friday night there, for example, you're back and forth, and even the kid Bobby B, that was a cracking race there at Dundalk as well. But yeah, it's brilliant. And you see Pat Smullen, I think for a man 40 years old, he's given this an awful huge amount of
he's still super keen for it. I mean, he doesn't want to let this go.
Back and forth from America there at the weekend, he's given it everything he has, and Colin, he's so ambitious as well. It's a brilliant battle to have, and we're very lucky to have 2 fellas of that calibre. But the whole Irish weighing room, honestly, there's other countries that are very strong in terms of racing, but they don't have the weighing room we have. It's exceptional.
We won't get you. Do you think Colin maybe could reel him in? I suppose he's 4 in it.
I suppose if Pat had another Dundalk like he had last week, sure, who knows? And we're quiet next week. There's no racing all week and up until Friday.
This weekend is going to be.
So you're going to get into that now, where there's no racing for 3 or 4 days, and if either guy goes and has two or three winners, it's going to be a big call, So it's too close to call.
Very much so. Right, we're going to get some best bets or bet shouts for the card tomorrow night. I'll give you a sec, Declan. There, you want to get organised. Come on, Mark. You've done lots of homework on this. What's the best bet?
I'm going to go 1 Colin Keane, 1 with Pat Smullen. I'm going to go all body and soul for Tracy Collins in the 1.5 handicap, and I'm going to go room to roam. They're my 2 for the night.
Good stuff, Declan. You?
I have to side with Santa Monica. I'm sorry to be missing her, but I actually think she'll take a good bit of beating, and Ben Rumson in the last.
Good stuff. I hope Gold Rush can sparkle a bit of stardust perhaps on proceedings. Very expensive acquisition. Anyway, thanks for joining us. We'll be back again at lunchtime tomorrow with another preview of the weekend's racing. Thanks.